We have to keep time. If we decide to go to a certain place at 12 o'clock, then we have to keep that time. And it should be the same hour, always. If we change, suddenly you decided to go 12 o'clock and sometime you change it to 2 o'clock, then spiritual cannot cooperate with you. Because spiritual already worked beforehand. So they give a revelation to somebody to go someplace, certain hour, at certain hour. But if you change the time, how can they meet you there? Therefore, we have to be exact in every way. The time and place and also continuation is very important. And also they asked us very much to, before you go out, you have to pray, you have to prepare yourself through prayer. So if you pray very hard, then that can mobilize spirit men in the spirit world. If we don't pray, they cannot be mobilized. And by our prayer also they can have more energy and they can help more. And this is one reason why we have to pray. And also there are many evil spirits around us. There are those people who died by accident. They cannot go to the spirit world. They have to stay around. They become wandering spirits. So there are many evil spirits wandering around on the surface. So if you are not prepared, they can come and attack you. So to protect yourself, you have to pray. And sometimes we see many members who worked very hard, but later they just fall away. This is because they did not have this preparation of prayer. Because you are easily attacked by spirit, evil spirit, Satan. Satan attacks you to smash your faith. So maybe you work very hard, but if you cannot get good results, then you lose your confidence. You cannot go on. This is the work of Satan. So if you pray very hard and you go out, even you don't get results, but you don't lose your faith. You can continue on. But without prayer, if you do something, then you are easily attacked by evil spirits. So from this we can understand the importance of prayer. And also Hungjinim sent many saints in the spirit world. And one day, the Saint Francis of Italy, the Assisi, he came. You know him. He was a very famous man. He talked with birds, and also he loved nature very much. But very interesting thing, he came and he said that before Hungjinim came to spirit world, he could not leave Italy. He only had to stay in Italy. In his lifetime also he did not leave Italy. And so he never saw outside world. But this time, because of the order, because he came in the name of Hungjinim, therefore he could leave his country and he could come to other country. So he said that for the first time in his life, he could see other part of the world. So it is so nice to see other part of the world. And also he said there are many things he first time to see. And especially there are many Italian members in Munich. So he was so happy to see Italian members there, working so hard. And also Hungjinim said that he is very good-hearted man, but he is not good in making a schedule or some programming or something. So Hungjinim said that he is not good for that. Therefore, Hungjinim assigned him to bring peace or harmony to the members. So in the spirit world, he said he is called as a peace bringer. So he brings peace, and also he lived a very strict life when he was living. So he teaches us life of austerity, the simple life, not a luxurious life. And he said very much that when he was living, and also even at this time, there are many people who are suffering. So he says it is not bad to have good food or to live in good place, but whenever we have good food or when we live in good place, we have to think of the people who are suffering in other parts of the world. So if you don't think this way, that is he said that's bad. He didn't say you are caught by heavenly laws or those. He didn't say that, but it's not good for us. So we have to always think of other people who are suffering when we do something good. When we take good food or we live in good place. And I wondered, because I receive, almost every day he received revelation and he sent me the copy, and or sometimes he called me through telephone. So I knew many people were coming. But Jesus did not come, so I wondered why he's not coming. Because still he could not clear up his mind. That was the reason why he couldn't come quick. And after some time, he came. Finally, he came, and Jesus explained many things. He explained about his lifetime, about his father Joseph. Actually, he said his father, but he's not was his father. Not his father. So Joseph and Mary, and also John the Baptist. Many things. And how he suffered. But he said that he was very lonely before Hungrim came to the spiritual world. And he suffered so much, and he could not experience. Of course, he received some love of God, but he could not experience so much love. But after Hungrim came, Hungrim brought new love, which he never experienced before. So he said that actually Hungrim brought the love of God, which no one could receive before. So because of Hungrim, now he said he's so happy. And he's so happy to work together with Hungrim. So he's working together with Hungrim all the time. Whenever Hungrim goes, he always follows. And he said that. And also Saint Francis said that. Whenever he finishes giving revelation, he always concludes that in the name of new Christ Hungrim. Sometimes they say young Christ Hungrim or new Christ Hungrim. So now Christ is Hungrim. Of course, so Jesus is old Christ. But they put Hungrim's name front. And sometimes they say, now Hungrim is new king of heaven. And they say, everybody, they love him so much. Because he loved them so much. So they are really happy, and they say that after Hungrim came to the spiritual world, their position changed, raised very much. So they are now receiving new love through Hungrim. And now they are getting more energy, and now they can come and help us. So they are really trying to help us. So always say that, Saint Francis say that, whenever you need me, you just call me. He said that, you don't have to call me Saint Francis, just Francis. And if you call me, I'll be there immediately. And also Hungrim says that. Hungrim always say that, I'm really happy. He always calls us brothers and sisters. Or dear brothers and sisters. He encourages us very much. And sometimes the spirit of Hungrim comes in to the brother, to Geritian. His name is Geritian. And when Hungrim comes into his physical body, he feels new love. He feels something suddenly changed. And he can see the brothers or sisters who has trouble or suffering. And his physical body go directly to the person and give the person love. The Hungrim's love. So because of this now, the atmosphere of center is completely changed. And before, because in the past we were in the dominion of God, indirect dominion of God. Therefore, actually God wanted to give us love, but God could not give us love. But because of Hungrim, now we are living in direct dominion of God. When Hungrim comes. So, so we know man fell, first man and woman fell at the point, perfection stage of growth, perfection stage of perfection level of growth stage. That was the point where man fell. But now, because of our true parents, the growth stage and perfect stage can be connected. Because of this, now we can have direct love from God. So Hungjinim is bringing this love to us. So this is new experience which can be brought by Hungjinim. And Hungjinim emphasize very much. We have to love each other. Because if we don't love, if we don't make harmonious atmosphere, he cannot come. He says sometimes it's very difficult for him to come. That's the time when members are not united. Therefore, we have to love each other and we have to serve each other. So by loving, by serving other people, other members, other people, we can bring harmony. There, good spirit can come. Yeah, because I think this is the same. You don't want to go to the place where people are fighting. You like to stay where harmony is achieved, where members love each other. That's the place you are drawn to. Same thing. For God is the same. God cannot come where members are not united. Therefore, to bring unity, to bring harmony is most important thing. To get help from spiritual. However, you pray very hard, but if you are not united, if you don't make this harmonious atmosphere, you cannot get help from spiritual. But but without understanding this, you pray very hard, and if spiritual does not come, then you can complain. But that's not the fault of a spiritual. That's the fault of ours. So we have to understand this clearly. And also Father said that Hungjinim will mobilize young people in communist world. Father said that before. And Hungjinim said this to certain member. He is now preparing some members for the work in Eastern Europe. So he will send them to Eastern Europe when the time comes and ask some members to study Russian. Because now he's already preparing something there, as Father said. And also he said that now we are preaching to one person, just an individual witnessing we do this. But he said that the time will come when we have to speak to thousands of people at one time, not just one person. This time will come. And he asked us to prepare for that time. To have this time, we have to be able to give good lectures, good speeches to the people. If we are not prepared, who can take care of this?
So now training? You are training?
So we have to really study divine principle or unified thoughts or VOC, all the things. And we have to be ready for that time. This was also, he is emphasizing very much. And also Mother Mary came. Yeah, she said that she sinned against her son. She confessed that. And to indemnify that, her mistake, now she wants to help. And she wants to work for our three parents. So by working for three parents, she can indemnify her mistakes. And she always says that, true parents, in the name of true parents. She calls that. And for some saints, sometimes they don't say in the name of true parents, and they say that because it is new, and so I'm not accustomed to do this. Therefore, it takes some time to do that. That is for new saints. And also the brother, I said he had very good grandmother, and she is now staying at the level of Jesus. But she does not know divine principle. And she said that one day she came to her grandson and she said that now Jesus is teaching her divine principle. And she said that it is very difficult to understand, but it must be good because Jesus is teaching. So even for spirit men, they need time to understand. So they have to hear. Just like we say, when you witness to Christians, to change their faith, you need time. We have to give them divine principle lectures several times, not one time. You have to teach them over and over. Same thing. For them to understand, also they have to hear many times the lecture. And also President UK comes, and also he teaches many things. And also Jesus said that about Saint Paul, because Saint Paul he went through a very difficult course, and Jesus said the reason why he converted him was that he was very strong man and with a heart of righteousness, and he hated Jesus in the beginning, but he by the miracle he could change it. But to make him his apostle, Jesus said it took 14 years. 14 years. And especially this Saint Paul is because so I think Jesus led him to have prayer life. So I think he traveled many places and prayed very hard. Yeah. And in the book there is a Saint Paul said that somebody went to third heaven, and he did not know whether he was in himself or out of himself. But he said it took 14 years. Father said that. So he already experienced all. After he went to spiritual and had experiences, maybe he became a strong apostle of Jesus. So to let him have that experience, maybe it may have taken 14 years. And especially, Saint Paul is working with the brothers who will go to Eastern Europe. Because at his lifetime, he always prayed in the morning, and he said he was not sure for his life in the evening. So he was ready to die. With this determination, he witnessed, he preached the gospel of Jesus. So the brothers who will go to Eastern Europe must have same determination as he had. Therefore, he is helping them now. So anyway, the time will come. Our members must go to Russia or Eastern Europe with the divine principle. And
we have many members here.
And the spiritual world is now preparing all the things for that time. And in England also there is there are many spiritual experiences we have. And in England, the sister is receiving revelation from Hung Jin Nim, and she began to receive this revelation even before the 40 days resurrection time finished. She first time was January, I think January 20 some day. That was the first time she received revelation from Hung Jin Nim, and she is constantly receiving revelation. And she taught all the things how to do 40-day witnessing conditions. And through her, Hung Jin Nim gave instructions to a British church. And Hung Jin Nim said that to decide 8 cities, and each city should have 7 churches. So our members should visit 7 churches every day with prayer condition. And so our members, sometimes 3 members or 4 members formed a team, and they visited all the churches. And one day they visited, one team visited Pentecost church. And there, the church leader was woman, lady, and she was communicating with spirit world. And before our members went to her church, she already received revelation from spirit world. And she knew that 4 people will come to visit her church. And one of them, she even received the name of our member. One of 4, one man's name is Peter. She received that. And actually the team leader was Peter. So these 4 members went to her church. And also she received revelation that they will speak about three things. One was interfaith activities, so importance of interfaith activities, and also VOC activities. All Christians must be united to work against communists. So she was taught the importance of VOC work and interfaith work. And third one was European Parliament case. In Europe, there is a European Parliament, and they want to pass resolution against new religious movement. This resolution is aimed to stop our activities in Europe. Therefore, our members are praying very hard to stop this. And she received this. So all the Christian churches must work against this resolution. They should not allow this resolution passed. And when our members went to her church, they spoke about these three things. So she was really shocked. That's exactly what she received was taught by our members. So there was no room to doubt anything which our members said. And she also said that she saw, when she had a spiritual communication, she saw a vision. And there, one young Oriental man, he said, maybe Chinese boy. She thought it was Chinese boy. And one Oriental boy was coming with Jesus. And Jesus introduced him to her, saying, "This is new Christ." But how could she understand this? So she could not understand this. So she was really had trouble.
Now you understand.
And then at that time, and our members heard this, and our members explained who was the young man. So they explained about our father and also Hungjinim. And when she listened to our members' explanation, she cried, just crying. And finally she understood it. And she invited our members to give sermon to her congregation at Sunday service time. And we'll work together from now on with her church. So I think there will be many churches like this, not only her church. Spirit World is preparing many churches. And without working together with churches, we cannot bring good results, great results. And even in Germany, the same. In Munich, they gave 12 names, names of 12 churches. And they asked our members to visit those churches every day. And so he received the names, and our members went out and looked for those churches, and they could find 8 churches, exactly the same name, but 4 churches are a little bit different name. So we found some other names and came back and discussed, talked with Spirit World, and they confirmed that this new name is right. So actually they could not give 100% and everything. No, or it's 95%. Some part must be done by man, not everything by Spirit World. Of course, they could teach everything perfectly, but they didn't. They cannot do it. And to have deeper instruction, deeper information, that we have to pray. We have to make more conditions. Without having conditions, they cannot teach everything. So to have some help, for that, we have to pray, we have to make conditions. Then they can give more and more. So this should be continued. And 또 뭐야? 지금 생각이 잠깐만 났던 게 잊어버렸어. 또 중요한 일인데.
어머니하고 말이야. 인도스님. 어머니하고 흥민이 받은 기록한 거 철이 있다고 전화고.
And from March 25th to April 28th, we every time when we receive, we write down it on the paper, and it becomes like this, one book. And Also, you know, we are now, father is going to have Causa headquartered in Paris, France. And
Good place.
we,
Most
And,
finest place.
we found very good place to be used for training ground, training school. And it is outside of Paris, and it has big land and good big castle, which can be used for classrooms, training school. And we wanted to buy this, and we went to the owner, but suddenly somebody else came to buy this property. And this was the king of Morocco. So he's a very powerful man and rich man. So the owner wanted to sell it to him. But you know, Angry, he was very worried very much. He felt strongly that we must have this. So he called me, you know, to the telephone, and he asked, we have to do something. So he asked me to ask Nini help for him, for his help. So I called Munich, and I told Geritian about this. Then he just immediately prayed to Hungjinim. And after a while, answer came. The right away. It is more quick than calling America. And this king of Morocco is directly descendant of Mahomet. You know Mahomet, the prophet Mahomet. Yeah. And Hungjinim said that he talked to Mahomet. To tell the king of Morocco not to buy the property. And Mahomet answered that he needs some time. And he asked our members to make some conditions. So Hungjinim said, our staff members, Kausa staffs, should be united and should make prayer conditions for 7 days. So each day, not too much, not too big one. Each day is 40 minutes, they should continue for 7 days. And still now they are continuing. And after they finished this, and Angry called me again, and he said that. Now he heard some rumor that King of Morocco is not going to buy that property. We could not make contact yet, but I think we can have the property. So this is really, unimaginable thing. And this thing is happening in Germany, Germany is the place.
Everywhere from now, according to the kind of movement, everywhere, I think so.
Because if this can happen in Germany, I think any other country can have this. No doubt.
100 nations, about that.
Because Germany is,
How was busy in the spirit world?
lowest in speech. Yeah, but if this can happen in Germany, in other countries, no problem. So you should have a strong confidence that if you make condition, and if you have proper channel, Hungjinim will come. Actually, Hungjinim is there. Only you don't understand that. Hungjinim is everywhere. He's really working. He always said that. He's so busy, so busy. And he said, if he didn't know, when he was living on earth, it was not so busy like that. So after he came to spiritual, he found that he's so busy. And he likes to stay with us, but so busy so he cannot stay in one place long time. So he must go many other countries. And for him it's free to go any place. And many saints are following. And I think now he wants to appoint many spiritual leaders.
One time he did the court of the spiritual world. The first time he knew how was it thankful parents, true parents. They knew it. First time.
Yeah, and then also spiritual Hungjinim says that the importance of loving true parents, because the reason why Hungjinim could have this position or this power or this love of God, that is because of true parents. We know Hungjinim went to spiritual at a young age, so for him there was no time to do great things like father did. But how could he have this?
The Father knew there was so that making that kind of condition on the earth. So that after that, can connect to the spiritual world. If doesn't know that kind of knowledge,
So,
how can reach the cannot reach that.
so Hungjinim could inherit father's victorious foundation because he was the son of true parents. And what does it mean, son of true parents? Because he loved true parents so much. So this love can make miracle. See? So because of love, he could inherit father's accomplishment. So he is standing on victorious foundation of true parents in spiritual world. So for us, is saying to inherit this father's accomplishments, to make father's accomplishments ours. What we have to make? What condition we have to make? To love true parents. This is the only way, no other way. And Satan, if we individually want to make same condition, do you think we can do it? Well, if we die 100 times, we can never do it. But only way to inherit this foundation is through true parents.
In living on the earth, you have to play that law. It's combined law, united law. It's the most important. If you doesn't take that kind of experience, you can appear immediately in the spiritual.
So Father always say that when we receive blessing, the gateway to kingdom of heaven is open. But if we don't love true parents, if we are not united with true parents, we cannot go forward. This is a secret. Therefore, of course, we have to do many things, but fundamental thing is
Father success thing. You have to make you one with love.
unity.
After that, you can do unification. You can do foundation. You can do everywhere, everything.
So unity with true parents. And unity can come only by love, no other one. And we know the love is the only force which is superior to any other force. Love is the strongest force. There's a force of principle, but love is stronger than that. Therefore, if we are connected by this love, no one can take away.
Everyone's making that kind of foundation. First time you are taking that each other with love. If you doesn't have that kind of love, you can understand everything in this spiritual world.
And also, the Father always say to us, to love true parents, we have to love our brothers and sisters. So by serving world, by serving people, we can love them. So God also wants.
That is principle view of the original. The first time, many people was born by the parents. First time was given by law by the parents. So every son have received by the law. Law means combined with God. Without law, cannot inherit everything.
So to love God, also we have to love world and people.
From here you learn that kind of two law. Only way of by two parents. You know? You follow me? Yes. So that you have to want to reach that kind of law. How can you say me? You are fallen soul, fallen children. You cannot reach until you cannot reach that kind of true law, the true parents' law point. You are fallen situation. So that first time you can learn by the true parents' activity, following Father's commandment. And from that, each other, combine with each other, communication with them. From there, can according the true law. You follow me? Yes. That is first time making. That is first time tradition of Ages hand. If the true parent is not there, how can find true law? How can find that kind of laws tradition. Parents is not there, cannot that kind inheritance foundation. Do you follow me?
Yes.
The fallen people, most hoping purpose is to pay. That purpose is not only everything. The first time appearing with the two parents can love appearing all constitutions. Same spirit, first time spirit world, first time that kind of love appearing, as appearing, with two parents. Is it clear?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Satan hates this body. Only us humanity take this kind of concept. They have to remove. We have to take retrieve. So most favorite part is this part. Huh? Do you understand?
Yes.
Every time you think about it, in your mind, set. 자, 이제 좀 앉아라.
네.
자, 선생님 말한 것이 영계 즉각적으로 영향되는 것 알겠어?
Now you come to the realization that what Father is speaking is immediately become a reality and reflected to our world from the spiritual world. Do you understand that?
Yes.
같은 얘기인데 사실이야. 그러니까 이게 큰일이야.
Virtually, it sounds like a dream. It's some kind of way out dream, but this is a reality. That is a real.
이런 사실이 기독교가 출발해서 둘다 추기경 혹은 교황 세계 기독교 전 책임자들이 이 자리에 이걸 배워가지고 좋아하면서 땡크가 땡크파를 쳤던데 이게 뭐야 이 쓰레기들.
Actually, each position you are occupying today is reserved by the cardinals and bishops and all those popes. Those people should come here and listen to this message and say, "Thank you, Father. We're going to do it, Father." That's the way it should be. But in those people places, you are sitting here. It's non-personality.
불편하다 큰일 나네.
So how can you complain? Boy, that is a poison.
감사.
Gratitude. Overwhelming, the pouring out, just spring out the gratitude. That's the way of life.
한 달을 위해서 얼마나 수많은 데 죽었어. 나라가 망하고 수많은 사람이 있어야 되고 이래도 받아가지고 난 그때 처했던 놀라운 사실을 이젠 알아야 된다고.
So many people die for the sake of this day. So many sacrifices have been paid. So many people were just looking forward to see this day. They would not see it.
자, 너희들이 사실 기독교가 2000년 동안 바라던 그러한 선생님이 그러한 주체라는 데 사실을 타할 때 너도 어떻게 하세요?
Once they really knew Father is the subject for which they have been praying for 2,000 years, and the realization of that promise of God, what do you think? What these people would feel?
그래, 예수하고 선생님은 누가 낫다고?
So, between Jesus and Father, who is higher?
그 흥진이보다도 흥진이 따라내잖아.
Jesus is serving 흥진님 now. Because the AD came to the 흥진님.
흥진님 이제 어디로 있어? 누굴 위해서 했나?
흥진님, why is he doing that? For whom? For the sake of the true parent. Also power, the position is given by the true parent.
너희들이 축복받았다는 사실이 예수님이 2000년 동안 아주 후생 대가를 치른 전부 다 그것을 탕감하고 나서 결혼하겠다는 이상의 자리인 걸 여러분 알아야 된다고.
The blessing that you have received has been the place for Jesus for working for 2,000 years and clearing all the indemnity costs, obstacle, and want to reach. And that's the position you are given. That's the
more than
possession.
that.
The more than that. That's the preciousness. That's the value of life.
예수님이 축복받아서 얼마나 좋아하겠나?
So Jesus, knowing that what the spirit world is all like, if he's in a position to receive the blessing from Father, that was bring him to ecstatic joy. Unrestricted. No joy.
축복을 주니까 우리 생각해서 시작.
You just don't appreciate the blessing. Don't appreciate.
선생님도 40년 동안 지상 40년 동안 고생해가지고 찾은 거라고.
Even Father did not have a holy wedding until 40 years of age, searching and clearing all the indemnities.
이제 편내 자기 아내 좋아하지 않고 신랑 좋아하는 사람 손들어라.
Those who does not like his own, doesn't have a smooth operation or a smooth relation with his own wife and husband, raise hand. Those who do not have a very good relationship with either spouses. Raise hand, please.
왜?
Why is that?
전부 다 사탄들이 자기를 생각할 때.
When you are trying to see the self-centeredness, trying to solve the problem from the self-centered point of view, it won't work. It will not work.
너희들이 축복을 받았으면 그 생각 없으면 축복 못 받는 생각을 이런 동생 아담 생각 단둘이라 생각을 하고.
The blessing itself is so valuable, regardless. Look at you, put yourself in the Adam and Eve position at the Garden of Eden. There's only one woman and one man.
딴 걸 생각할 줄이야.
There's no room. No, regardless, that was a destiny to live with that man. There was no other choices.
당장 이 시간부터 좀 더 회개.
So those who do not have a good relationship with husband and wife, then those two both must go to get down to their knees and repent.
우리 세계는 부부끼리 참 애기 화해하지 않고 이런 책임자가 못 되는 거야.
So the leaders of the Unification Church must be a husband and wife who have harmonious, God-centered relationship.
그 그래야 되나 나 그래야 되나?
Don't you think it's logical?
Yes.
부부의 사랑은 하나님의 사랑을 유발하는 거야. 부부의 사랑은 하나님 못 오는 거야.
So
아내와 아들이 부부가 하나 이제 횡적인 사랑이 이 부부 신랑 신부가 하나 되는 그 사랑 없으면 하나님의 사랑이 정적인 사랑이 나타나지 않는다고. 완전한 플러스 사랑이 나타나지 않는다고. 그 부부의 사랑이 완전한 마이너스 사랑이 되면 하나님의 사랑이 찌그러 오는 거야.
love between husband and wife is harmonious, isn't harmonious, there wouldn't be any vertical relationship between God and man. Because the love of God is come down upon the plus and minus that is harmoniously give and take. Which is husband and wife.
신랑 신부의 사랑은 하나님 앞에 마이너스 사랑을 만들기 위함이야.
So the bridegroom and a bride loving each other to become united posed as an absolute minus in front of God when Father is plus.
그래서 너희가 남자가 필요하고 왜 여자가 필요해? 하나님의 사랑을 주관하기 위해서 필요하기 때문에 남자 여자는 결혼하지 않는다. 이걸 모르기 때문에 홀모섹션이 레시피아니 게이 부분을 들었을 거야.
That's why marriage is necessary. No other reason. In order to receive the love of God, you need to get married. Now, men and women, so that you become a harmonious unit. Then the love of God flows. So today, those perverted love, like homosexuality and lesbians and so forth, that is totally against the law of God.
야, 결혼 왜는 하나님 때문에 한 거야.
So
왜 하나님
your marriage, you think you married for yourself? No. You married for sake of God.
왜? 하나님 사랑 때문에.
Why? Because love of God.
왜 사랑 때문에? Why? For love. Love only has eternal characteristic.
Love alone has eternal characteristics.
So everything, everybody needs to love. Why? We can live in with love. 그러니까 무슨 말?
You understand? The Father said.
그 길을 찾아가려니 나한테 필요하고 아내가 필요한 거야.
In
자신이
order
필요하고
to,
부모가 필요한 거야.
to reach out the love of God, you need your husband, you need your wife, and you need your parents
parents, children.
and children. Those are the kind of foundation
Three
that
love.
attract the love of God.
Training after the family basement can reach God's family love. 무슨 그래서 만들어서
You follow?
또 그다음에 하늘나라의 사랑. 왜 나라를 사랑했냐? 하늘나라의 사랑을 좋게 틀려. 세계 하늘나라 인류를 사랑하고 지상 세계를 사랑해요.
Why do you love? Simply because you connect yourself to the spiritual world. Without love, there's no connection.
나이 세계 왜 세계를 사랑하고
And
나라가
why
없지않고 세계가 불편해.
Why do you need the country to love? Why do you need the world to love? By doing so, you can be connected to the spiritual world.
스피리트를 뭐 스피리트를 헤블리